Thank you very much, Devin. You're correctly right. I have Minister Ngoako Ramatlhodi with me right now. First, I'm going to ask him about what you've just mentioned, the possible settlement of the silicosis case against Anglo American. Minister, thank you very much for your time and joining us. You say Anglo has reached an amicable settlement with the people that have been suing it in that class action suit, which has been going on for many years. What do you know about this amicable settlement?
I received a call yesterday from the vice chair of Anglo in South Africa. She was calling from London, basically indicating that themselves and other affected companies are looking at possibilities of finding an amicable solution to the long-running cases you have referred to. So it's not only Anglo, but it's also other companies that are affected. They are looking at settling out of court.
So, just for clarity, there is no deal as yet, but are they saying that they are close to a deal?
I'm expecting them to make the announcement by today. It should have been done now from London. They said they'll announce today. And by the time we rise tomorrow, I will have been briefed fully by them. They'll come here to brief me.
Now, we know that there is other class action suits that have been brought to other companies here as well, gold company Harmony being one of them, also in South African courts over silicosis. Do you have any updates regarding those cases?
The problem is I've not got a full briefing as we speak, but I know for sure that the companies affected are collaborating in terms of finding a common position with regard to the settlement.
Now, coming to this summit, of course, when people talk about health and safety in the mines, people immediately think about fatalities underground due to rock falls or people getting crushed by locomotives, fires and so on. AMCU here making a very interesting point that as far as they are concerned, that focus is misplaced. They feel that the main challenge when it comes to health and safety in the mines is diseases such as silicosis, TB and so on. That's what is really affecting workers in the main. Do you agree with that?
Well, I wouldn't say they're both important issues. There's none that is more important than the other. But TB is the biggest killer in South African mines. And that's what the Minister of Health has told me himself over the years. And therefore, they are coming into a partnership with us as the department to subject our employees in the mines to tests. And those who are found positive, then we follow them to their homes and then test their relatives and so on. So there is a massive program that will be rolled out by the health department in collaboration with ourselves.
What about other lung diseases caused by dust? Not just silicosis, which I understand affects mainly people who work in gold mines, but I mean in platinum mines, all kinds of dust that cause respiratory diseases. Are you addressing that as well?
There are two things regarding that. One is to try and unlock the compensation monies that are lying somewhere with institutions, and we are hoping for those who have been infected and affected would be able to unlock the resources and begin to roll out the program which compensate them. Secondly, we are looking at preventing the recurrence of these diseases by taking proactive measures to prevent such, particularly with regard to you could provide the workers with protective clothing to address that sort of situation or to anticipate it.
Coming to fatalities underground, of course, the numbers have improved tremendously over the years. I mean, in 1994, you made a point. In 1994, we had about 500 or upwards of 500 mine deaths underground with more than 8,000 people getting injured underground. A decade later, 2003, we were down to about 270 fatalities. a decade later, now in 2014, we're talking about less than 100. But still, that's still, any death is regrettable.
Of course we do, and I think that's the statement I'm making in my input, that any injury or any death is a death too many, because you are dealing with fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters. You are dealing not with statistics, but with people. Right.
Now, another issue which you've highlighted, I'm not sure whether this is necessarily a health and safety issue as such, but you have highlighted this very strongly at the summit. The issue of illegal mining. I mean, you paint a very scary picture that illegal miners, the gangs, are not only targeting old, disused mines alone anymore, but they are also targeting big operational mines and attacking people underground. It sounds like a wild, wild west kind of a scenario out there.
No, it means you have got to strengthen the law. It means the law is not strong enough to deal with those issues. And we are consulting already. My department, the legal section, is consulting with the Department of Justice, Labor, for us to look into what we can do to strengthen the legal regime so that people are charged, for instance, with crimes such as economic sabotage, and which can then attract much harsher sentences. Unlike now, people are just charged with trespassing and then they walk away. So we need to strengthen the legal regime. Yeah.
Minister, I thank you very much for your time and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, sir. Shall do. Thank you.
Well, Devin, the conference goes on. It continues, of course. It will end tomorrow. There are panel discussions dealing with various issues, topical issues that are main issues in the mining industry right now when it comes to health and safety. It's back to you.
Thanks very much indeed. Mongeni Mutwa at the Mining Health and Safety Summit there. We'll get more from him in our later bulletin.